Ahoy Captains, it's Baz again with another video from World of Warships Legends. And today we have a Let's Play video for you, kind of a random one. Here, we're in the Gascogne. This is the French Tier 7 premium battleship. And we are in the map North in a match of domination. Now we're going to talk about a bunch of things today, but mostly we're going to ask the question, should you waste your global XP on the Gascogne? It's kind of a foreshadowing-y, mean way to put it, though. Let's rephrase that. Should you use your global XP on the Gascogne? 750,000 global XP is nothing to sneeze at. So we're going to talk about whether or not I think it's worth it. Full disclosure, I did not actually purchase the Gascogne for global XP. It actually dropped for me in a Super Santa crate last year. Or 2 years ago. Whenever. Anyways, in this match, what we're going to do is we see we're getting lots of support from our middle spawn teammates. And so we're going to actually try and flank our way around these giant islands here. Something I typically don't recommend, especially if your teammates are outnumbered. But with the Gascogne, it is a quick ship, plus you get your engine boost. Now, we had HE loaded there because we were anticipating running into a destroyer. We slowed it down there just so you could see that there was a DD on our side, and our teammates were able to make quick work of him. He didn't have a smoke screen. There's a line of destroyers that need a buff. Anyways, we're not going to talk about that in this video. We'll speed things up again until we are in flanking position. This is where we want to be. Now let's take advantage. Let's see if it's going to pay off or if it was all for nothing. And there you go. We got both turrets off, 2 big citadels, and we took 2/3 from that Poltava. I guess it was all worth it. And thank goodness that stupid Leon had HE loaded. Not really sure why. Maybe he was waiting for that destroyer to come charge him. Okay, maybe not so stupid. But we had switched to AP earlier after we saw that enemy destroyer die. So we were ready to smack that Poltava. He smartened up and he's running away from us. But that Leon is giving us some broadside, so I guess we're gonna change to him. Now, unfortunately, the Gascogne, sad noises. It only has these 2 turrets. It only has 4 guns on each turret, so 8 altogether. So right now, as we're about tanking these 2 ships, we can only get 1 gun off against the Poltava. But we display some patience and wait for the perfect shot, and we're able to citadel him a 3rd time. Now we're going to do what I like doing in the Gascogne, and that's brawl. I have the secondary build going on here. We'll get our commander up on the screen once we get rid of these 2 ships. And boy, do we ever need to get rid of these 2 ships. Our team has completely lost control of the map other than the sea cap here. And it kind of looks like it's up to us to lead the comeback charge. There goes the Leon. That's our first kill of the match, and we're up over 73,000 in damage already. Got a bunch of secondary hits. I think our secondary range is built out to 7.5, so not too bad. But yeah, the Gascogne used to have terrible DPM. I think it used to be 2nd worst at the tier until a recent buff. Sometime earlier this year, I think it was. It got a buff. It got its reload speed reduced. And it got its shell damage increased. So now it's actually not too bad. But still, if you want to get both turrets in on the action, to swing that back turret around, you have to put yourself at a pretty nasty degree. You're going to open up your broadside, so you do got to be pretty careful in this ship. You probably want to have the rudder mod there in the 2nd slot. That way you can swing that back turret back and forth. Speaking of the turrets, I find that these French turrets have a really trolly dispersion, and so that's why I've gone with the full secondary build. You can look at that. We burned down the Poltava with our HE, and you could probably attribute a little bit of that damage to our secondaries. And yeah, now our team's in a little bit better shape here. Alright, more talk about the ship. It's my opinion that if your main guns aren't going to hit anything, well, at least maybe get your secondary guns to hit something. Start some fires. Take out some destroyers. You know what I'm saying? Then use the speed of the ship to your advantage so you can put yourself into a position to deal some damage. You can't do it on every map, but just as we did back there, you can try your best to flank, use islands as cover to move up, catch enemies' broadsides, and then push them and have your secondaries do some damage to them. Sorry, I had to take a break there. I'm a little under the weather for this recording. I had to grab a throat lozenge and all that. Another thing I want to mention about this match is that it is a Kraken fail. Yes, so this is kind of dedicated to our good friend, longtime friend of the channel, KPZ1234, or as I like to call him, KPZ, the self-proclaimed king of the Kraken fails. And yeah, so we'll get to that at the end, but for now, what we're going to do is we're going to get our commander up on the screen. We're using Emil Giapretti, and our inspirations are Cunningham and Von Hipper. We've gone all out with the secondaries here. We've got, I think it's No Fly Zone in the first slot, Porcupine in the second slot, then Megalomaniac, that French special battleship commander skill in the third slot, and then I think it's Properly Meticulous in the fourth slot. I can't remember what it's called. And then Fight Fire with Fire as the legendary skill. We use No Fly Zone in the first slot. I just want to mention because the AA on the Gascogne kind of sucks. So here we are chugging along. We got our second engine boost going. We're trying to get to the Bravo cap to help cover our destroyer who's in the cap, trying to flip it. And up pops the Z-23. And so we get a volley of HE out on him. And we smack him perfectly as he turns into our shots. And yeah, we're not too scared of him. We're going to stay on him. And one of the reasons is because the Gascogne has a 35% torp belt reduction to help you survive DD torp attacks. And that's one of the best at the tier. So if you're playing the Gascogne, don't be scared to chase after DDs. Especially when it's the Z-23, his torps don't hit too hard. And there we go, we're within secondary range, and we get our enhanced secondary consumable going. And whammo, we finish off that Z-23, that's our third kill of the match, and that was a close quarters combat medal. I think that's what it's called, right? Something like that. Close quarters expert medal. It's a poor name, I think they should rename it Close Quarters Combat medal. Anyway, so now we're down to 3 versus 2, and we got a division fail on the enemy team here. There's a sad New Mexico, and he's just sitting broadside to us. And yeah, you know, don't do that, guys. Don't division fail. That's really stupid. You're basically just there as a punching bag for the tier 7s that you're going up against. Or, you know, whatever tier you happen to be division failing against. And if you do happen to be in the division fail, maybe you are trying to challenge yourself, don't just sit there like this New Mexico's doing. Not only are we smacking them about with our main battery guns, we set a fire with our secondaries. And we're just putting a big hurting on him. I don't know what these two were doing all match. I think they were the 2 ships that were in the division. As we came upon them, they were pretty much both full health. But yeah, so now that we know what we're up against, it's kind of just a matter of time before we just take them both out. Now, what's going to happen here, I'll foreshadow our Kraken fail a little bit for you. So we are going to take out this New Mexico, and then it's basically just a shooting gallery for who can take out the Nagato up ahead there. You'll see the torpedoes going in from our Benson. He did a bit of a suicide run, a bit of a YOLO run against that Nagato. Sorry, it sounds like I'm all plugged up, and that's because I am. We're almost done here, though. Come on, guys, push through. Alright, so, I didn't know this at the time, but the torpedoes from the YOLOing Benson had set a flood on the Nagato. Maybe he was healing at the same time, so his health wasn't decreasing a whole lot. So it looks right there that his health is the same. Anyways, yeah, here comes our Kraken fail. Now, what I don't like about the Gascogne is these trolley guns. I feel like this shot here, and I am actually holding it for the perfect shot. Look at this. This shot here should have killed this bastard. I probably realized that he was dying at that time. And, nope. He was turning out, and he's able to pretty much bounce all over our shells. And our secondaries get one last fire on him just to, you know, try and toy with us a little bit. Toy with our emotions. But nope. He floods out to the Benson's torps. And damn it, there's our Kraken fail. Man, that would have been a nice feather on the cap to get a Kraken in the Gascogne. But, oh well, we finished with 155,000 in damage, 4 kills, the close quarters expert medal, and the high caliber medal. Now, when it comes to the Gascogne, I'd say I don't recommend this ship if you already have it for some reason. But if you are struggling, try a secondary build and maybe focus on speed and flanking and closing your gap to improve your dispersion and get those secondaries going. Well guys, I hope you did enjoy that video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button for me. Consider hitting that subscribe button if you want to see more of my other videos. Feel free to leave a comment down below. And as always, take care of yourselves and do what makes you happy.